I was on a magical drug for the last 2.5, 3 years called ketamine. It was amazing.
Pete Davidson, a name that resonates through the echelons of modern comedy and tabloids with equal fervor. Known as much for his unapologetic humor as for his highly publicized personal life, Davidson is a figure that both divides and unites. His journey through the realms of comedy and celebrity is painted with broad strokes of both tragedy and triumph, crafting a persona that captivates and confounds. He is not merely a comedian. Pete is a study in resilience, a testament to the power of humor as a coping mechanism, and a bridge to connect with others on a deeply human level. The narrative of Pete Davidson's life is rooted in a profound tragedy that shook America: the September 11 attacks. Losing his father, a firefighter, in the line of duty during this catastrophe, Pete was thrust into a whirlwind of grief at the tender age of 7. This early encounter with loss and heartbreak set the stage for a life where humor became his sanctuary. The shadow of his father's heroism and the void left by his absence would shape Pete's personality and, ultimately, his path in life. From a young age, Pete found refuge in humor, a tool to shield himself from the pain of his father's death. By his mid-teens, Davidson was already performing stand-up, using his personal history and observations as fodder for his routines. His comedy, dark, incisive, and brutally honest, struck a chord with audiences. His ability to articulate the unspeakable, to find humor in the direst circumstances, propelled him from obscure comedy nights to the brighter lights of bigger stages, signaling the rise of a unique comedic voice. Davidson's journey to stardom was meteoric. His breakout moment came when he joined the cast of Saturday Night Live, becoming one of the youngest ever to do so. On SNL, his raw, irreverent style blended well with the show's cutting-edge satire, allowing him to explore and expand his comedic repertoire. Here, Pete didn't just perform, he resonated, bringing a touch of realism and authenticity that was both refreshing and provocative. His sketches, often laced with personal anecdotes, offered a glimpse into his complex psyche, endearing him to a growing fan base. Davidson's ascent in comedy was paralleled by his tumultuous love life, which garnered as much attention as his professional endeavors. His relationships with high-profile women like Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian thrust him further into the public eye, painting a picture of a man who was as passionate in his personal life as he was on stage. These relationships, played out in the full view of the public, brought with them a new level of scrutiny and speculation, framing Pete as both a lover and a fighter, battling through the complexities of love under the harsh spotlight of fame. Despite his rising star, Davidson's off-stage life was fraught with challenges. His open struggles with mental health issues, including borderline personality disorder and the effects of Crohn's disease, painted a picture of a man constantly in battle with his own body and mind. His transparency about these struggles did more than just humanize him. It offered a beacon of hope to others facing similar battles, and challenged the societal norms around celebrity and vulnerability and mental health. Davidson's influence stretches beyond the comedy clubs and television screens. He has become a cultural touchstone for discussions about masculinity, mental health, and the millennial struggle for identity. His persona challenges the traditional narratives of how men in the media should behave or cope with personal trauma. Pete represents a modern archetype, the flawed hero, making his way through personal trials in the public eye, his every step scrutinized, yet also providing comfort to those who see their own imperfections reflected in his. As Pete Davidson continues to evolve, both on a personal and professional level, his path remains distinctly unpredictable. Each new role he undertakes, each relationship he forms, and every revelation he shares with the public, he actively crafts and recrafts his life's narrative. The chapters of his future are not yet written, promising a blend of further achievements and challenges. As he navigates this intricate journey, the world remains ever watchful, observing with a mix of critical eyes and admiring glances, but consistently engaged and keenly interested in the unfolding story of his life. Unfiltered honesty, the dark humor, and the unabashed vulnerability. His life story is a mosaic of high highs and low lows, each piece colored by his unique perspective on life, love, and laughter. In Pete, we find not just a comedian, but a mirror reflecting the trials and tribulations of a generation, offering up his life as both cautionary tale and beacon of hope. Through his eyes, we see the power of laughter to heal, to unite, and to transform even the deepest pain into something profoundly relatable.